When will I again? You see, I long for the day when the aim of the day is to again in the clubs.
Turn my headphones. I feel like the Hard Knocks Life intro. Turn my headphones up.
Is that better?
Yeah.
All right.
It's a head knock.
It's the head knock?
It's a head knock life.
Is that how they say it in
for me?
In your house, that's how they say hard knock life?
In my house.
In your house.
In the club.
In the clubs.
What's good?
Oh man. First of all,
yes.
Welcome y'all to episode 67.
Why did you just turn into a southern grandmother? Welcome y'all.
How y'all doing?
Hooray.
It's your boy Toon Lee. I just want to let y'all know we want to welcome y'all to episode 67.
Right, you sound like you make good like sweet tea and lemonade.
Oh, you already know I'm about that life, shawty. You know I be making that sweet tea and that lemonade.
I can see that.
You know
I
what
can
I'm
see
saying?
you with the sandals on the grill and all that.
You know, I also like them African drums. I don't know what they be calling them, but sometimes they be sounding like this.
Yes, sir.
Yerp. We are here.
What's going on? Welcome back, bruv.
Thank you so much.
Do the people know you traveled?
Well, that's not what I wanted to do.
You don't know. You
This man is drunk. Drunk on a Sunday afternoon. You went to brunch before this? Mimosa and owl?
Musa. Shout outs to Musa.
Musa.
Yeah.
Let's see what you do there.
Yo, it's been a minute. I'm happy to be back. I'm happy to be in the streets, figuratively.
Where were you at?
In my father's house. No, I'm just kidding. I went.
My father's land?
Yo, I just realized before I answer that question, I just realized you have the flyest sneakers.
Oh God.
I didn't realize you were on your camera on today.
Don't do this. I'm an uptown guy, so you know pink is a go.
Breast Cancer Awareness Month.
Yeah, all the time.
Is it Breast Cancer Awareness Month?
We always wear.
I respect that. Shout out to everyone with breasts.
So everybody.
Everyone. Shout out to everyone with a breast. Shout outs to you.
Okay.
So I just wanted to be aware, because of the month. Yes. So I did a slight excursion.
Right. So where were you gallivanting in?
He had some meetings on the continent.
Okay. Oh, so you were in the continent.
Shout outs to my South Africans.
Oh. You were with the Southeast?
We had some Joburg, Cape Town biz.
Oh.
I didn't get to Durban this time, but we're gonna do that.
No, so you were gallivanting with the Southie babes.
There was important matters that needed to be addressed.
With people's
facts.
Okay.
And
were they addressed?
They were 100% addressed.
Good to know.
We thank God for his Johnny Malzies. But the one gripe I did have is the last time I went to South Africa, we flew South African Airways.
Said you griped who?
Nobody was griped.
Oh.
The gripes that I had, shout outs to
What?
shout outs to what? The last time I flew to South Africa, we flew South African Airways.
Okay.
This time around, though, I learned that during the pandemic, for reasons that Africans know, money was misused.
Stunned.
So during the pandemic, when they were trying to ask for a bailout, the government of South Africa was like,
You don't know why it's going on.
So yeah, they were left hanging, and I was forced to fly. I don't even remember what airline I flew there, but it was distasteful. It wasn't a pleasurable experience, but
was it a short flight at least?
It was the grand total journey. The route was 22 hours.
What?
Wow. Within how many countries?
It was one stop. So on the way there, I stopped over in Dubai.
Okay.
And then from Dubai, I went to Joburg.
Gotcha.
And then on the way back, stopped over in Doha, and then stopped over in Paris, and then back to New York. So it was quite a journey.
Happy to be back.
Happy to be back. Oh, but also while I was there, we participated in the NBA Africa stuff.
Nice.
With Cole and them.
Oh, you saw
Jermaine. Light skin Jermaine.
Cole?
Yeah.
Jermaine.
Yeah, it was interesting.
Dreamville's finest.
Yeah,
living out his dream.
Shout outs to the NBA squad that made sure we were comfortable when we were out there in Kigali, Rwanda.
Oh yes, big up to our homie too, who's out there DJ and then dealing with everything.
Poison Ivy. So the funny thing is, happy belated Poison. Happy belated Ivy.
She was dropping them flicks on the gram. Baby girl was flexing.
She was looking very tantalizing.
We're proud of you, Ivy.
Doing your thing. So I missed Ivy by a hair. Basically, the one game that we had coordinated to link up at, because there was different DJs for different games. But she was the head of, from what I understand, she's the head of music for the entire thing.
Yeah.
But the games that I went to, that like Cole was involved in, she wasn't there the second game I went to.
Gotcha. And you were the first one was the one where he played the Rivers team, right?
Correct.
Gotcha.
Basically, we were supposed to link with Ivy, but the timing of us connecting it was wild. So I waited for the first game we went to was cool, but then when it ended, they basically cleared everyone out of the stadium. They were like, oh, you don't need to go home. We need to get out of here
right now.
That was it.
Jesus is love.
So they did clear us out, and then Ivy and her people came in, and she was like, where are you today? I was like, sorry, you.
We've been cleared out. So but shout out to Cole, obviously living out his dreams.
Absolutely.
I'm happy he was able to find somewhere to ball at, BAL.
Well done. I see what you're doing there.
Yeah, and obviously he dropped a dope body of work with his last album.
Mm-hmm.
So we've been enjoying that one too.
It's true, Sha.
That's dope. He gets to do the things he's been interested in doing. I'm sure he's been working out and all that shit. Obviously, the BAL is a sub league compared to the NBA and a lot of the European leagues out there.
Mm-hmm.
But he's in competition that fits what he can do, his skill set, and he's doing his thing. I obviously he's gonna bring attention to it. I'm not saying he's the best in his team or is the number one option, but he's bringing attention to that league as well, which is something that helps, because I'm pretty sure if Cole is in that, then we might not even been discussing it as much as we are.
This is true.
Yeah,
this is true.
So.
And you raise a great point, but there was some player that was on another team that was hating on Cole.
No, he should hate on Cole. I'm sure he knows somebody that he feels is better than Cole.
Mm-hmm.
But that's not how life works, right? We know life is half what you know and the other half who you know.
True.
And Cole put a lot of work into music and has made relationships that leads to him now playing in the BAL.
Mm-hmm.
And that brings attention to the BAL. Nobody would be interviewing said guy about any other player if Cole wasn't playing.
This is true. And
his quotes wouldn't be making rounds around the continent and in the United States or wherever else if Cole wasn't playing. It's how it goes. Sometimes people are there for the skill set. Sometimes people are there to bring attention to what's going on.
This is a fact.
Not saying Cole sucks. It's not like he can't make a bucket, obviously. But he's going to bring attention to what's going on. And your mans that you think he's taking a roster spot for should get better.
Yep.
Take it from somebody else. He ain't going to take it from Cole.
And BAWO used to play in the NBA, so he would know these things. You know what I'm saying?
I have no idea what you speak of.
Yeah, he used to play for the Pelicans.
Oh, wow.
Is that an actual team?
Yes.
See, I was just making...
You've made us all proud. You've tried.
Yo, see, when you guess...
Zion is on the Pelicans. Look at that. Yahoo.
Williamson?
Yeah.
See?
Look at that.
Yo, I paid attention.
Fam, you could be next announcer.
That's wild. Okay, shout outs to Ivy again. Shout outs to Cole. Oh, so Cole and I left the same day because, I'm not going to...
That was it for him?
I think he had some things he had to handle back home, and I had to go to the next destination, which was
shout
important.
Shout out to all of them, because Ivy doing her thing in the continent. Her team, the Mavericks, are doing good in the playoffs currently. And, Cole is out here living out his dreamville.
Well
I'm
done.
here all day, folks.
I'm proud of you.
You know what I mean?
I'm very proud of you. Shout out to Lil Dang, Pops.
Oh, yes.
TJ from Twitter.
Of course.
There was a few cats. I can't remember all the names now, but shout out to everybody that made sure we were sorted when we were on ground. Okay, so we covered BAL. Next on the thing, hashtag Free Palestine.
Yes.
Period. Fuck white settler colonialism of any sort.
Yes.
Take that as you may.
All erasure of any land from the locals. Fuck all that.
Yeah, we not with that white settler colonialism. We just not.
Yes. And it ain't religion either. But
Yeah. Anybody that tries to conflate that with anti-Semitism is an idiot, because Palestinians are Semites as well. Know your history. You can't be an anti-Semite if you're discussing Palestinian and Israeli politics.
What's happening though?
Know what words mean before you start accusing people of things just to agenda your agenda.
Drop multiple.
I'm not with that.
Oh yeah, we can't even say drop bombs on this topic. Let's just move on. But yeah, free Palestine. Oh, heavily on that way. All right.
What?
Oh my goodness! Shout out to everybody that's
speaking on it, protesting, helping out whichever way, creating homes for the refugees. Escaping what's going on there. It's a whole front that there's a whole front of people needed to not just bring the news out there, but also to help those that they can help. A lot of people have had to leave that land, and look for greener pastures and people housing, sponsoring, whatever it is. Shout out to every single person helping the Palestine continue, just being around, because it feels like they're trying to erase the whole damn.
I mean, no, that's 100% what they're trying to do. And I do appreciate that people who may not be as versed in what we're talking about, celebrities and so forth, are speaking up on it. But as someone who's actually
also not speaking up without researching as well, because it takes both. Because there's a lot of people that jump to it and be like, well, now that I know.
Correct. This is a great point. There's a lot of people that are also speaking up because maybe they're feeling pressure from their friends, but they're not versed enough to really understand what they're talking about. So this is addressed to them too. I grew up with Palestinians. I grew up with Israelis. I grew up with American descendants of both sides. So I studied this stuff in uni. So this is not a topic that I'm not familiar with. I've seen a lot of people spreading misinformation about what's happening because they're not fully aware of what's happening, but they're being coerced by Zionists, etc., to advance certain agendas. But just because you're addressing what's happening in Palestine and Israel does not mean that you are anti-Jew. It doesn't mean that you are anti-Semite. It could mean you're anti-Zionist, which is a completely different ideal. It's like extremist, racist sect of the people that live in Israel that are advancing anti-Palestinian, anti-Arab agendas, which are problematic and are further displacing the Palestinians from that land.
I think a good way to put it would be like, let's say you see how the U.S. has all this southern space that used to belong to Mexico. If they continued to try to take more land from Mexico, even Canada, and you speak against that, you're not anti-American.
Correct.
For saying, okay, this is way past enough.
Correct.
Of what you have, and the people that are in this land deserve to be there, deserve to be at peace and not worry about bombs, even if you're telling them, oh, there's a bomb coming. It doesn't make it right.
But even more than that, it's like Native Americans. Whenever they talk about pipelines and oil companies that are trying to displace Native Americans from their land, it doesn't make you anti-American to recognize.
And it'd be businesses, so now they make it look like it's just transactions.
Correct.
And no, it doesn't.
And that's also happening in Israel.
You're not anti-capitalism for being against a company growing bigger.
Correct. That's also happening in the same thing that we're talking about now is what's happening in Palestine, a lot of the regions too. There are businesses, Israeli-owned businesses, that are actually fronting for the Israeli government to displace Palestinians from their land. So look up things like Jaffa. Those are places where it's not Israel on paper that is doing the displacing, but it's Israeli-owned businesses that are working on behalf of their government to displace Palestinian people from their land. So please do your research before you regurgitate things that people with vested interest in advancing the Zionist agenda are projecting onto people that are ignorant on these topics, because we are not those people. So shout outs to everybody involved that are trying to advance peace and fairness and justice in that region.
Yes.
Shout out to everybody that's that is opposing white settler colonialism. I also heard that they're trying to get Benjamin Netanyahu out of the paint because he agreed to a ceasefire.
He was gonna be out.
No, they're trying. There are, from what I'm understanding, there is an agenda to remove him so they could put another white supremacist in Israel so that they can further the agenda to displace.
It'd be crazy, right? Because it's like you're like, yeah, we need a change here, and sometimes the change is worse than what was. You know?
It would be
a lot of times the people that come in after them are tutored and trained by their predecessor, and this, like, sometimes predecessor themselves understands the politics of it, but the person they train has just been coached into one thing and doesn't even have humanity, doesn't see humanity on the other side. So it's always scary to see what comes next. But I'm very happy people are speaking about it. Obviously, the U.S. government is backing this thing crazy. Oh,
100%. But the thing is, they're backing both sides. So it's America being America.
When you're backing both sides and one side has this much weapon and the other side doesn't, you're really backing one side.
Yeah, this is true. And you know why that's happening? Again, like they're funding one side because on the other hand, one side is promising them, hey, if you help us, we will give you defense systems. We'll help you prepare for whatever impending doom, whatever. We will help you create these technologies and systems to prevent calamity in America. On the other side, they're also funding the insurgencies or the opposing groups that are trying to defend themselves from the people that are trying to impose manifest destiny and displacement. So they're literally helping both sides. It's kind of like how America always does things,
Right. Yeah. And then once 20, 30 years from now, we get the full gist and we're not allowed to talk about it in school.
Yeah.
That's
really, it's unfortunate. People are dying on both sides. It shouldn't be that way. And really what needs to happen is, things need to be addressed transparently, not to advance an agenda to displace people just because they said, oh, we like this place on the map, we want it, it's ours. Like, that's literally what is happening.
Right. There is a history, obviously, of both groups of people having history with the land, but not like this. Not like this. Not with one side wiping the other side out and just completely taking everything, because they're holy grounds. So it's a little more complicated than they make it seem. So
we're also not advocating for any. There's a lot of Jewish people that I know have been abused and personally have gone through some hate because of everything going on.
That's definitely not where we're going to. It's this segment is literally just free Palestine.
That's it. Free Palestine. We're not advocating for people to be disrespectful or express hate or violence.
So much love for the Jewish community. We have friends in the Jewish community, and we support the Jewish community.
We support the Jewish community. We do not support Zionists. There's a difference.
Easy. Quick maths. Free Palestine. Advocating for peace on all sides. And definitely that's anti anything that has to do with attacking Jewish people or bringing down Jewish people or anything anti-Semitic. We are not with that at all.
You know what's the crazy thing is? My Jewish friends are the ones that help me really understand what's happening in Palestine, because they're not Zionist, right? They understand, look, at the end of the day, we represent a people that used manipulative tactics to expand their presence in a place. They went off the kindness of the people that they were trying to displace. Essentially what the British and the French and the Portuguese did, and the Germans and the Belgians and the Swedes did in Africa. Literally, it's, we are coming in peace. We want to help you guys. We want to bring alcohol and schnapps, and we want to bring you what's it called, gold or whatever. We want to help you guys develop a government and bring you religion, etc. And then they were like, but we are also going to bring you the flu, disease, smallpox, and we're going to take away your culture, your religions, and also your people. We're just going to do small slavery. But these are people you captured in war, so you don't need them. Nothing crazy. And then 400 years later, they're like, what do you mean reparations? You don't need reparations. We didn't do anything to you. So yes, similar story. So it's nothing we haven't seen before. So again, fuck white settler colonialism and free Palestine. Next topic: Joe Budden pod split. So
I'm sorry. Right? Obviously, you have more relationships to parties involved in the splits.
yeah,
So you can, I guess, you could do the U.S. government thing.
No. I mean, it's
both sides.
Shout out to Rory Mall.
Okay.
I'm Team Rory Mall all day. Having worked with both parties over the years, if they're saying that there wasn't transparent. Excuse me. If they're saying there wasn't transparency and accountability when it came to the books, as it pertains to their business dealings with Mr. Budden, then I believe them because they've always shown me to be pretty stand-up, transparent people.
Listen, man, I'll put it like this. If anybody's saying something bad about Joe Budden, I believe it. I'm sorry. We're both Virgo men. And I've, in the beginning, I root for my fellow Virgo man out there. We preach logic. We try to take emotion out of certain decision making.
Yeah, and we thought there was peace and harmony.
We're still we're sensitive beings, but we're not emotional without thinking. So it's like, okay, cool. There's this guy doing this thing, but not even this year. Like years ago, there's been random. This woman said this about Joe Budden. This has happened between, Joe Budden and a previous partner or fiance, And I'm like, man's a scumbag, like legit a scumbag. So I followed a while back, stopped really listening. Obviously shit gonna pop up on my timeline because, there are people who listen and I'll click here and there. Oh, okay, that's an interesting view.
Yeah.
But I was never invested in it anymore once I saw the way he was moving. And Rory and Mal chose to do business with that man. So that's also on them, because I feel like if you grew up in an African home, your parents at some point told you, be careful, though. That thing that this person is doing to somebody else, they will soon do it to you.
Correct. If somebody, you judge them by their character.
Yeah. Don't think you're special when it comes to situations like that. So, I don't know. Like, I've always just felt he wasn't somebody you build with. It wasn't somebody that has your back. He was somebody out for himself. And then, somebody had asked me about it. So I actually listened to Rory and Mal's YouTube post where they spoke about the whole thing.
Yeah.
And it fits. It fits what I assumed was happening, where it's just like two guys happy to work with their guy, build
trying to help them build
together.
Something. Absolutely.
And him being in hemisphere he didn't think he would reach. Obviously not with music. He was that one hit guy that wanted more.
Yeah.
Very talented. And I'm sure it haunts him because you're like, I rap better than this guy and that guy and that guy. And they're doing whatever they're doing. And we go from one genre to another. We go into mumble and you're like, bro, I am better than all of this going on. And, you just can't really break through on what you're doing. And then you get into podcasting.
Yeah.
And now you're the man, top 3, I'm guessing, in hip hop podcasts.
Yeah.
If not, arguably, whatever it is. So, but you're doing the man them. The man them are happy to do it with you. You're doing tours. You're that guy. You go from the pool party guy, because at some point he was the pool party guy on Twitter.
Yeah, he was the pool party king.
Yeah, he's no longer a music person, but you got women around you. Guys want to be involved, so you're the plug for that. And now you're the podcast guy. Everybody wants you to discuss any topic because it's going to be favorable to their brand.
Yeah.
But the guys are just happy to do it with you because they see you as their brother, But at some point, you're going to be yourself, and that's what came to be. Like, and there's always you guys don't know what we're doing. I've been doing business with my people for over a decade.
Yep.
And
your character.
You can
test the character.
You can ask any of them. They eat first, because I'm very, very confident in my ability to hustle and pay my bills. So they're gonna eat. We all gonna eat. Any of them. Whoever it is. I could call somebody I worked with 10 years ago. Yo, I need you to do this. It's gonna get done because of our history and how we move.
Yeah.
So, and that's what Joe had in those two gentlemen in Rory and Mal. They were ready to rock whichever way it goes. But it gets to a point where you could only squeeze so much out of somebody. But I don't feel bad for them. I'm sorry. Because him I'm not even close to Joe. And it's like, shit I hear is bothersome. just from the timeline and all that.
100%.
So yes, you can be like, oh damn, this is not my guy. But you speak to somebody and they give you the insights in certain things or excuses, and you should be a little wary. And they weren't, and they got burnt. But I wish them luck. Obviously they don't look like they are cut from the same cloth as Joe, but it's a little tricky.
Yeah, man. And
it's a little tricky.
Like I said, I'm not aware if Joe and Maul are gonna start a new podcast, but they did do a trailer. They put a trailer out that was really hilarious.
I saw
it's really clever.
It was them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I really hope that they figure out a way to get paid and take the momentum from the conversations that are happening around how they left the other pod, and they figure out a way to monetize and do something new.
Yeah. Man's wanted to be a hero in every situation, and it just doesn't work like that.
Yeah, you cannot be the hero in everything.
And it's just because all the links pop up on the timeline now, because that was just the topic of conversation 2 weeks ago, and I was able to see some of it, and I'm just like, I don't feel bad for nobody in this shit.
Nope. Yeah. But again, shout outs to Roy Maul. I hope that they figure out the next situation.
I wish them all the best. But you gotta, you lay in bed with something, and whatever comes from that relationship, you gotta live with.
Boom. Door openers in Naija.
Oh yes, we're going to the continent. Back to the continent. Have you seen the videos?
Dog, I have.
So I think it started with a senator, or was it a governor, where his car pulled up, right? Mm-hmm. Another car pulls up, and the other car, somebody comes out to open the door for somebody in the front seat, and the person in the front seat then opens the door for the politician to step in to the building, and everyone was just like, wait, why does the door opener need a door opener? And I think that's Naija.
Doesn't make any sense at all.
That's Naija.
It doesn't make any sense at all.
And the door opener is not security.
No.
It's not like, okay, this is security, open the door. The door opener is somebody just...
That's a passenger.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Like, man doesn't look well versed in defending himself or anybody else. Doesn't have a weapon on him.
Yeah.
So it's just... I
think in the past you've heard me refer to Nigeria as, you've watched Stranger Things. I've always described Nigeria as the upside down. 100%. That's just what it is. Nigeria is one of those places where things that should make sense don't. They don't. They don't.
They don't.
They don't. Yes.
They don't.
When I saw the footage of the door openers in Nigeria, I already knew, before I even knew what was happening, I already knew that it started off too calm to not end in bullshit. Right? So when it ended, but I said, okay, yes. This is the Nigeria
I know.
And very quickly,
as a Ghanaian, this is the Nigeria I know.
Oh yeah, trans Ghanaians, holla.
Gang.
Kenke Warriors, Banku Boys.
Hey.
You know the vibes. Shouts to my Botangs, the Menses.
We need one with Wache. The Wache winners.
Wache Warriors.
Wache Warriors. Better.
Wache Warriors.
Yes.
Yeah. Very quickly, people made parody videos. I saw the guy that runs Extreme. It's one of those Nigerian labels. He made a video where basically 7 different cars long, and every time somebody got out the car, they would just open up the door for the guy in the back seat, and then the guy in the back seat would open up the door for the next car in the front seat.
My favorite part is that the person they open the door for is like considered to have a higher status than that person. So when you open the door for the person is upset. Like you got to greet them. That person you open the door for is like, and it's like, oh, sorry, son.
Yes,
sorry, son. Like,
yes.
I should have opened your door sooner so you could go open the other person.
Oh my God.
Bro, do you know who I am in Naija?
Do you know who I'm me?
Fam.
Door open. Oh my gosh, that was funny.
It really represents Naija status.
Yeah, man. What else is happening in Nigeria? NYSC being repealed, possibly.
That's the story, right? What do you think of that? Because NYSC, I enjoy again, this is a Nigerian guy that lives in America, so my 2 cents. don't matter. I just want you guys to know that. It's just how we feel. I enjoy the fact that people get to go around the country, right, and experience parts of Naija. But I personally think they should be getting paid if they choose to, one, and it should not be mandatory to get a job.
I agree.
That's how I see it. Because I know a lot of people that have learned languages, have new respect for other cultures, you know, loved some other part of the country because they were able to take advantage of NYSC, you know? So that I would say is important because, you know, Nigeria is this country that was put together, you know, by thread and needle and stitched to become one. So everyone stays in the little corner. Everybody has the tribe they rep, and that's it. So if we get to like scatter people around, maybe understand each other a little bit more, it might lead to a quote unquote brighter future. But I don't think it should be mandatory, personally.
My opinion is that the NYSC should be optional. I think it should be rebranded. I think it should be repurposed to make sure that like the institutions that are accepting the corpers commit to paying people adequate wage, because from what I understand, they're only getting paid what, $33K a month, something super
so when
crazy.
I say getting paid, I don't mean that.
Like $300 a month.
That is not
even
money.
No, not even, like it's $100.
That is not money. I'm sorry. So I know you'd be like, oh, they're getting paid. No, that's not money. What is that doing for anybody in Naija? Like, what exactly are you doing with that? Whatever they're getting paid, they need more. The amount of money governors are getting paid in Naija. The fact that it's a lifetime gig when it comes to pay, they shouldn't be getting as much while in office. Like it should not be that deep. But NYC should pay people. Unless I pay people, like whatever the pay is now is chump change.
Yeah, the government needs to invest more in education, healthcare, etc.
The youth, especially, you know, it creates the. I just feel like society as a whole starts with, you know, that generation where these are the future of the workforce. These are the future of these are the future investors. This is the future, whatever it is you want to, you know, paint the society as, whatever it's about to become. So I do think a lot more should be given into NYSC. I think more people would do it and not like try to pay their way out of it, or even just not involve themselves in it. So, because I don't see anyone looking forward to NYSC.
Yeah, they just need to they need to
rebrand.
Not even necessarily, well, rebrand, yes, but also like it needs an overhaul. It needs to be completely.
So another thing that should be ended outside of SARS?
Not necessarily ended, because at the end of the day, you think about all the people that you know that live in Lagos, live in Port Harcourt, but have never been able to leave those states, or never been able to travel to states that are less advertised. Like, we know that there's a lot of crazy stuff happening in northern Nigeria right now, but a lot of people that I know have been placed in some of these northern states had nothing but amazing things to say about the culture and the exchange there.
They love their town there.
Yeah. So, I mean, we can always talk about the dangers of places, and we're not discounting that, but the people that I know that have developed empathy and awareness about other cultures in Nigeria have done so because of programs like NYSC, like 100%. Being able to go to, you know, Borno and Nasarawa and Yobe and all these different areas that otherwise none of us would be aware of, right?
No, definitely. Like, why would you go there on the usual?
Yeah, you wouldn't.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's just one of those things. It's just, people need to be paid.
And they're beautiful people, great cultures, food, you know.
100%.
It's just,
people just need to be paid. They need to be protected. So security is important.
Huge.
And then, you know, that's really it.
Yeah, definitely agree with you on that.
Cool. What else? Jewelry forfeited by Dieziani worth 14.4 billion Naira.
The gift that keeps on giving, Abby.
Dog.
So what do you think that 14.4 billion is gonna do?
So according to the EFCC chairman, Mr. Abdul Rashid BAWO, he's your uncle.
Big boss.
Yeah. He said jewelry forfeited from the former minister has been valued by relevant government agencies, and the estimated value of the jewelry is 14.4 billion.
How much do you
naira.
think it really is?
It's probably double that. Let's see, how much is 14 billion? Let's convert it small. I mean, I don't know what's gonna happen to her because again, it is Nigeria.
Isn't she like in a country where she can't be touched? I feel like she made it out.
Dog, that's 34 million
dollars. Light change.
$34 million. I wouldn't be surprised if it's double that. She just was able to, hide it. But I mean that was impressive for her to just
She really cashed out, and I know she's not the one that cashed out, but she really cashed out. Like that's insanely.
I just don't. This is what I'm saying. I just don't understand, bro. I just don't understand. You work. You're in a public
sector. That's where she's at now.
She's in Dominica.
Yeah, she's a citizen supposedly.
Oh my goodness.
Can be touched,
bruh. And I know we always make fun of intertribal stereotypes and so forth, but dog, if you're in a position of you're a public official and you're embezzling funds, and you're the same type of person that's like, we're trying to push Nigeria to be better, et cetera, why would you steal money? Why would you steal that amount of money and not try to use it like Peter Pan it and try to actually help the local governments and help fix roads, or you know what I mean? If you're gonna steal money, I'm waiting for the person to get caught stealing money that's I actually tried to use 90% of the funds to fix Nigeria. That is the thing that pisses me off the most. I understand if the entire system is rigged, but if you're in the system and you're able to move that much money outside of what you are put in position to do, if you're not using that to fix the system or the inadequacies of the system from the inside or the outside in, then I have no respect for you.
I hear you, because if it's fixed, then they can no longer steal. So
yeah, either fix it the right way, or fix it the other way, but fix it. And nobody's fixing shit. And that's my problem.
Not a soul, V.
So
that's why when things like this happen, when the money's found or jewelry is found with no cash or anything around, what's the point? What are we really doing with it?
I hope they lock her ass up. They're probably not gonna, but I hope they do. I hope they do. I mean, go to Dominica and find her. Boom. The NNPC has announced that they are going to acquire 20% stake in Dangote's refinery after Dangote commits to moving 60% of his wealth to the U.S.
They should find that babe that was dating Dangote. They had him in the boxes and try see if we could get some account information. Shout out to that babe. Where is she from? Atlanta, babe? Clubhouse Queen. Remember that time? The madness it was.
The madness.
One homegirl came through like, yo, it's me and Dangote. It's us. We've been jonesing.
Oh man.
Well, I hope they can, because obviously Dangote makes so much money off the country. I hope they can get something back from it, but I just don't know what they would do with the money, because there's no history of any good decisions being made with the money. At least we know Dangote was using it on some fine babes. At least good vibes are being collected. I don't know.
When they were opening his yash,
bro, literally. I was collecting breeze.
Man.
Look at this.
Oh wow.
Look who it's from.
Wow. She's enjoying life.
So guys, my sister's in a different state, chopping life, sending me pictures of the food.
Shout outs to Big Lex. Big Lex, chopping life.
Chopping life, B, in a racist city.
She's a legend.
I beg she should leave me alone. She's gonna ask me to send her money if I reply. That's another Nigerian.
Tell her to hit up Dangote because he's moving his wealth to New York.
Money's coming.
So Dangote talked to Bloomberg and he goes, I'm opening a family office in New York City to invest 60% of my assets in the United States over the next few years to protect my family wealth in the long term. Dangote.
Why are you shaking suddenly?
Dangote, you that have contributed to the instability of Nigeria. Instead of you to fix Nigeria.
It's time to stabilize America.
Instead of you to stabilize your own country, now you realize, we have gone too far. You're not trying to just move everything you can out of the country. Hey, this is why I look at Nigerians and I go, you guys do not think long term. Instead of you to fix your home country so you don't have to scramble when everything goes to shit.
Dangote, still they hide money.
Do me a favor, please. Get out of here.
That man is still hiding
Get out
bread.
of here, man. Shit, I'm saying.
So after he made that decision, the NNPC chief, COO, Mustafa Yakubu,
Boss wants 20%.
boom, he goes,
He wants manager money.
I can tell you today that we are seeking to have a 20% minority stake in Dangote refinery as part of our collaboration. And you know that there's a huge quantity of crude oil in that refinery. That's 650,000 barrels going into a single crude distillation unit. So they are trying to, oil is literally about to be worth nothing because everybody's moving
They better sell it now.
I mean, they're trying to.
Better sell it now because electricity, fam.
That's why they're trying to acquire 20%.
Fam, put it like this, man. If as soon as man said that shit, Dangote called his Oga. Like, who is this? Who is this? What is he talking about? I
had to.
No, basically.
When you said who's this, I had to.
No, that's funny because he's moving his money to Yankees, so it makes sense. Your country, bro.
Look, you keep saying it's my country, but...
Well, you know I'm Ghanaian. By vibes and marriage.
Vibes and inshallah.
Yeah. Shout out to the vibes and inshallah crew on Clubhouse. So did you hear about Kaduna? Splitting.
Yes, I heard that the
two.
northern and southern Kaduna are trying to do their thing.
Right, try to have a safe haven for, I guess, the Christians and the Muslims and I feel like there's one more group I'm missing.
Historically, they've always fought, right? So, from what I understand,
why does Nigeria just like to carry mata on their head like this?
Well, so from
not money making mata, but just mata to fight about.
As long as we've been alive and have known what's going on in the north, like we both have family that live in the north, right?
Mm-hmm.
So historically, what I understand is in southern Kaduna is where most of the Christians live, right?
Mm-hmm.
Historically, they lived in harmony with the Hausa and the Fulanis who dominate northern Kaduna. But in the last, I would say at least the last 20, 25 years, there has been instances where the northern Kadunians and the southern Kadunians, I just made that up, I don't know if to call themselves Kadunians.
I was about to say, that sounds very
Our
posh.
Kadunians.
Posh Kadunians.
Oh yes, I'm southern Kadunian.
Right.
That's that. I honestly, if I lived there, I would definitely, what are you? I'm Kadunian.
That just sounds like there's just like well-starched outfits coming in front of you. Kadunian.
Oh, got it. You're from where? Adamawa? No, I'm from Kaduna. I'm Kadunian.
Pasteurized goat's milk.
Absolutely,
is coffee.
Mm-hmm. We don't have issues with herding. All our herding is done with technology.
Yes.
We have blockchain herding. Cow coin.
Have you heard of our crypto? It's called it's Malu. Go to Coinbase and search MALO accent on the second O. Malu.
How many Malus do you have? Which wallet do you store your Malu coin? Oh yeah, I traded 14,000 Malus for a cow coin.
Much higher than the Naira.
Yeah. We
as
Kadunians, we've invested in stable coin, but stable coins in Nigeria are pretty much not stable at all. So we decided to invest in
the Malu.
Yeah, Malu. We've diversified our investment. It's a way better investment than the Naira.
Yes, the theme song is made by Doja Cat. It's called Moo.
Doja Cat does a show in Kaduna.
Oh man, yes. Oh my god.
I've been a big fan of like Malu. So like I've been like a big fan of what's happening in Nigeria, and I really support all the Kadunians, and I look forward to like watching them like be Kadunians.
Yeah, I'll see you guys at the cow fillet. It's closed on Fridays. Oh man!
You don't know. You don't know why it's going on.
Cow fillet would be hit though.
That would be.
Because there's just too many cows there. They have to make something.
Okay, so what I'm understanding is the residents in southern and northern parts of Kaduna State a few days ago agreed to split. I don't know if I don't know if just because they agreed it's actually going to happen. Yeah. But it's like they have been having the conversation.
But I want you to know people know do what the hell they want.
True, but it's saying if it's the only thing, they only agreed to split if it's the only thing that can guarantee peace in that region. Which is, I mean, I get it.
It's not gonna happen. But
it's not. Peace. It's not.
Peace and Nigeria. Think about that.
They saying so again. Christians dominating the southern part. The Hausa and the Fulani dominate the northern part. I hope they can figure it out because, again, as long as we've been alive, there's been beef in that region. But it's stupid. People are fighting over the freedom to practice religion, and it's stupid.
Makes no sense to me if you ask me.
Speaking of stupid, your man's postponed AfroNation again.
Your man's.
That's your man's.
Your man's.
Shout outs to everybody that didn't listen to us when we told you guys to keep your investments back then, before the panini and during the panini.
It still pains me, bro.
I don't feel pain, and I don't feel bad for anyone that didn't listen to us. We told you guys.
I was gonna gallivant in Puerto Rico, bro.
We told you guys that Puerto Rico
with a fake name.
Dog. Puerto Rico was going through what's it called? They were bankrupt when AfroNation was trying to do
We're
their
gonna get to Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico was gonna be taxing them boys, bro.
Was it Puerto Rico that was like, you are not coming here?
Oh yeah, right
was it
before
them? It was them?
Yeah. Puerto Rico was like, yeah, y'all could do what y'all want, but no gathering of over 50 people.
It's like,
but yeah, still welcome though. And can't be out after 10. No beaches. If you speak Yoruba, you can't be here. Igbo, no Hausa. If you've ever said we move, we'll stop you at the airport.
If you're a fan of vibes and inshallah, please avoid Puerto Rico, San Juan, Bayamon, all of these places. Please do not come here.
If people are dancing and you yell footwork, we will have it. But y'all could come though. Y'all could come. It's chill here.
If you're a fan of plantanos, please stay your ass at home.
If you put the A in plantain when you pronounce it, I dare you. Your father, come here and see Pepe.
If you are not Taino, coming here is a no-go. Oh man, AfroNation has been postponed until 2022, and then 2022 will probably be postponed again. But shout out to everyone that continues to invest their money in things that are scams. So if you didn't get your refund last year and the year before, bro,
you're supporting the brand now.
Yeah. You're invested now.
You're off the brand.
Yeah,
you own the point. Oh
yeah, you can't say you bought a ticket anymore. You're actually an investor.
I was about to say you own 0.007%, but then I remembered when niggas was trying to roast Jay-Z. Oh, when they owns the Nets. Remember that? No, you own the same amount as what Jay owned the Nets.
Jesus,
small job, but like Jay said, at least I own something, right? But we're proud of all you people that haven't collected your money yet. So.
Oh man,
I completely forgot about that. It just made me laugh before I could even get the joke out.
Go
ahead.
Timbuktu Global trademark in Yoruba.
Another British news.
Oh man, I saw this and I was like, "There's no way this is real," because we talk about things and then things actually happen and then we're like, huh?
We need an African type Boondocks series where it's just like you make the jokes and people are like, that's dumb, it would never happen, and then voila, it has happened. Like, what makes you like, when do you wake up and go, yeah, that language and culture in West Africa, let's have it? Like, have you people not done enough?
So basically, I actually got an alert from Culture Tree. It's a UK African cultural hub. Yeah, they basically do like workshops and well-being events and for highlighting African culture. And they tweeted a few days last week. They basically tweeted that Timbuktu Global, which is a retail company owned by two white British people, who have no affiliation whatsoever with the Yoruba language or the Yoruba ethnic group, they trademarked the word Yoruba and are opposing anyone else from using it. They go on to say, they said, many of you might know we have a program where we teach children Yoruba language called Yoruba Stars. We also run a parent and toddler play group called Yoruba Stars. Late last year, I decided to trademark the name Yoruba Stars as it has become quite popular, especially amongst our young students ranging from the ages of 18 months to 13 years old, who all call themselves Yoruba Stars. I noticed that there was a company called Timbuktu Limited based in Lancashire. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Lancashire. Who had registered the word Yoruba. I thought it was really strange that a company would be allowed to trademark the word Yoruba, a tribe and language of millions of people. I did some research on Timbuktu and found that they were an outerwear clothing retailer owned by two white British people from the north of England. They even claim on their website that to many, Timbuktu is a fictional location which literally means the middle of nowhere, a location that has intrigued mankind for centuries. The last time I checked, Timbuktu is a city in Mali, Africa. I went ahead and registered my trademark of Yoruba Stars.
She call me brother.
I call her sister too. I went ahead and registered my trademark of Yoruba Stars as I was sure there wouldn't be an issue. A few months later, I received an email from the IPO that Timbuktu had opposed me registering the trademark and don't want me to have anything to do with Yoruba at all. And were in fact opposing anyone from using or registering any brands with the name Yoruba under the classes they have it registered on. Bearing in mind, this company does not offer any services, products, or have anything to do with Yoruba at all. Since then, I've exchanged a few correspondences with their legal representative. I have also sought legal counsel after Timbuktu made a proposition to sell their trademark of the word Yoruba to me. Sounds very similar to when we talked about the people that trademarked Afrobeats. Anyways, I refused their offer and told them they won't be getting any free money from me.
Shout outs to them for that.
Shout outs to them, culture tree. If they value it so much, why do they want to sell it? They now have made a formal opposition, and I have until the middle of July to file a notice of defense before it goes to tribunal. I feel this is the height of cultural appropriation, and I've informed Timbuktu that I intend to make this case public. I told them do not think Africans or the global media for that matter would take kindly to a company with roots in the north of England by white British men attempting to claim sole ownership of a birthright belonging to people of another continent. I need the African community as a whole to help retweet and share this. Let's all call out Timbuktu on this daylight robbery. Today it's Yoruba, tomorrow it could be Igbo or Swahili or even the word Africa. I intend to fight this with everything in me, but I need our community to rise up and support. Timbuktu should not and will not have the ownership of our birthright. And then they shared the evidence of the registration on the UK IPO .gov website, yes, which showed that they had this white people, these people have registered this shit since 2015.
Disgusting.
Yikes. They started Timbuktu in return started blocking people and deleting comments on their Instagram. And Culture was like, I see you're blocking people and deleting comments. You cannot block millions of people. We are a tribe. Yoruba is not for sale. And that's how the hashtag Yoruba is not for sale went viral. It actually did go viral.
Yes. Yeah. It did. Thankfully.
Yeah. Shout outs to Faraha Asani, another homie friend of the show. She's someone she's a researcher and a doctor that has been very vocal about cultural topics happening on the continent. She responded by saying, by expanding on the culture tree narrative, and said the Timbuktu Global people have a page on their website that highlights sustainability, saying that we take sustainability serious and we fully commit ourselves to creating products that cause as little impact on the environment as possible. She goes, but what about the ethics of trademarking a Nigerian word?
That's not one of the focuses.
They say Timbuktu literally means the middle of nowhere, a location that has intrigued mankind for centuries, whether it's to discover something new or simply escape the everyday. Timbuktu is literally a city in Mali. Good God, this is very, very, very bad. They have no understanding of history or culture. None at all. It's actually really embarrassing. They also stole their the Timbuktu people stole their logo from the snowboarding outerwear group Element, which they're probably going to get sued for too.
A bunch of thieves.
Yeah, so they're wild.
A bunch of thieves. By the time they are finished, they will be working in McDonald's.
Oh, yeah. Oh, you know, again, I'm equating them to the white settler colonialists. Same thing. Speaking of things that are making people erupt, in the Congo, there recently was
borderline wild.
It is, but I mean, you know, segue, right? Love to the people in Congo who have been experiencing
one of I think the most important nation in the world.
Really?
I think so.
When have I ever seen you wear snakeskin?
No, I'm just not cool enough to rep it.
Do you own pointy shoes?
But the phones we have to the history of what Belgium has done.
Oh yeah.
Like it's a very, very important country. Obviously divided in two now, but that country is very important to just our survival. Whether you know all the natural resources that country has, just seated, you know, in Central Africa. It's insane what they go through and what they continue to go through. The kids, the child soldiers, to digging through these it's the genocide that has happened in, you know, within the country. So it's still going on. I just think Congo is very important. It doesn't get talked about much, obviously, because once it does, then we start seeing what these businesses are doing in the country. Yeah, it's sad. It's sad what they go through.
So, to those that aren't aware, a volcano erupted near Goma in the Democratic Republic of Congo, killing at least 20 people. The DRC, killing at least 20 people and covering hundreds of homes with lava. Up to 170 children are missing. One woman lost her sick husband, who she was unable to help escape. She said, "I ran away and he got buried and burned inside. I don't know what to do." Hundreds of people in the DRC slept in the street after the eruption of the volcano, which destroyed their homes. Nyiragongo's eruption wrecked at least 17 villages near Goma and forced 30,000 people to flee. One woman who lost her parents while fleeing says, "Everything we had is gone. This is really, really sad." The Pope tweeted support to them and asked for people to pray for the populations of the city of Goma, forced to flee during the eruption of the great volcano Mount Nyiragongo. There's been a lot of awareness. There were 92 earthquakes and tremors recorded in the past 24 hours around the mountain in the DRC, a government official says. 400,000 people in DRC need emergency help after fleeing the volcano, says the UN. Whew.
It's insane.
It is very nuts.
Insane.
I'm looking
sad,
at pictures,
obviously.
bro. So sad.
Sad what's going on there, man, for real.
It said its proximity to Congo's Lake Kivu could cause a deadly eruption, another eruption. Second volcano erupts near DRC's Goma city. Yikes! So this is actually there's been two eruptions since the first. Oh man,
sad.
That's really, really sad, man. So the first one erupted on May 22nd, and then the second one erupted on the 29th. So a full week after. Man. Well, prayers up for Congo, man. They're going through it for sure. They're definitely going through it. I wanted to talk about the Brisk Capital MD that was arrested over the $2 billion Naira fraud, but I mean that's something that we could have talked about with Dieziani.
The fraud section. I guess we could shout out before we speak on Namibia. We could shout out Burna and Wiz news.
Burna Boy is going on tour.
Yes, so Burna's going on tour. I think he's hitting one US city?
It says
let's see. Let me get you the dates. Let's talk to the plug.
The plug. Let's look at the plug. Let's look at the plug.
All right, so I got cities here. I have London.
The Space Drift Arena Tour.
Yes, London, Los Angeles, Paris, and Amsterdam.
So London is August 27th. Los Angeles is October 8th. Paris is November 10th. Amsterdam's November 15th.
And I think he's probably going to drop more music before that.
More music, and I'm not going to be surprised if more dates are announced.
Yes. And I don't like how he's treating New York. I don't like that. Why are we the stepchild? Why are you doing this, Rev? I know. We're full of hard-headed people in New York, but be kind.
I mean,
be kind.
It doesn't mean that
Burna has performed in New York, 3-4 times?
A few times, yeah.
I don't think more than 5. The free concert.
I mean, I'm sure. No, he's
Apollo.
He's performed. He's performed more times than that, but official, actual tour dates.
I don't think he's done more than. You think more than 5 times? Less than 10, definitely.
Definitely less than 10. I'm not sure about the 5, but definitely less than 10.
No,
I wouldn't be surprised if more dates are announced. Shout outs to their agents, but
and the tour people them.
We should call Duke.
The Duke. Yeah, now.
Shout out to Duke.
Say anything now.
That's literally Duke.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys are getting too much money. So if you want to talk about doing more dates, you just hand us the check.
Just
just write a check.
If you want to perform in New York, pay the money.
If you want us to perform at Madison Square Garden, just where to send the check. We make it happen.
Definitely gonna hit us with that. We're gonna leave the conversation like, what did we sign up for?
He's gonna. So Tunde and BAWO want to bring Burna Boy to New York.
Right, just like that. Now we're looking for loans.
PPP.
Right.
Kilo me.
Fam. Kilo me, bye.
Kilo mean.
How much? What?
From kilometer or kilomini.
Sure. For that case, we should bring Shinobita.
And true. I mean, we might as well. That would be the surprise guest.
That's the opening act. Shinobita.
Oh,
Shinobita Lola for Juju. Hey, you imagine? The beginning of it, I was like, we're on the same time.
Oh my goodness.
The difference is clear.
Oh man.
But no, yeah, he announced his tour dates. I'm hoping for something in the East Coast. Obviously, New York would be nice. We're not going to. Yeah, I'll just put New York before I come shit on anybody else's city or state. And then Burna and Wiz are nominated for BT Awards.
Yep.
It's so dope because now this is just the norm now, right? Like you put in the work, you're getting the attention from this country and that country. Obviously, UK was steps ahead of the US in just adopting these sounds. So dope. Very happy for the both of them. I'm still hoping and praying Wiz gets that Grammy nod for this year. We'll see.
That's the hope.
Yeah.
I think that there's a lot of time for
since
there's a lot of time for things to
other body of work to be dropped.
Yeah, for sure. There's time.
You don't need no other body. Shout out to Thames. I feel like Thames is going to drop some fire.
I can't speak about
I know.
that.
I'm not going to ask you, but the signs, my plugs, my people, they're speaking.
We don't need no other.
I feel like Thames got heat coming with like celeb features, but we shall see.
That is not a lie.
We shall see. This is without speaking to you. Wallahi, we have not spoken about it at all.
It's true. Did you see the other international acts that were nominated by BT?
No, I have not.
So Aya Nakamura was nominated in France. Shout out to all my French.
Big up.
Yeah. Burna Boy, obviously Nigeria. Diamond Platinums from Tanzania.
Yes.
Emicida from Brazil. Hetty One from the UK. Wizkid, obviously from Nigeria. Young T and Bugsy from the UK. And Youssoufa from France.
Okay.
So it's a pretty illustrious list. Shout out, pretty illustrious list. And may the best.
Shout out to BT being in tuned.
May the best artist win. What else is our agenda? We covered a lot of shit today.
Yeah, we're gonna speak on the reparations segments.
Yeah, so basically, U.S. Congress has advanced a slavery reparations bill. It's called H.R. 40. So, and whoever is listening that wants to do research on this, it's a bill that's currently in Congress called the H.R. 40 bill. It's been obviously heavily endorsed by Democrats, but it's facing opposition from the Republicans because America, it needs to be amended before it's reintroduced to be passed by the House. And then once that happens, then it has to go through the process of being passed by the Senate, which is controlled by Republicans. So there is speculation that it's going to face a lot of difficulty trying to get passed with everything else that has not been passed. That's like a no-brainer. Like the Republicans blocked a bill to investigate what happened with the Capitol riots this past week. So if that, which is unimaginable that they would block that, because it won't be a surprise if things don't go the way that common sense would expect them to in this case. But Bill HR 40. There's also a city.
Are you excited for that? Do you see something?
I mean, look,
tangible.
Even though we are not descendants,
right,
of slavery, I do sympathize and empathize with families that have been directly impacted by the transatlantic slave trade. And not to say that we, as West Africans, weren't affected by the transatlantic slave trade, because I mean our ancestors moved around, and we can only imagine how different our families would have turned out if the slave trade never happened, right? Just because we weren't put on a ship and sent over doesn't mean that our families weren't affected back home, right?
No, they definitely were.
So
but just it'd be dope. It'd be dope to see people here that their family were directly affected by the slave trade get paid or just get some kind of compensation. I'm not sure what would happen. I just don't think the system wants a black man to win anyway. So I feel like the number is going to be a slap in the face, and then it's going to be on some, hey, we did what y'all wanted, So I'm not overly excited, but I don't know if it'll happen. I don't know if it'll happen. I would love for it to happen. I would love for it to be a good amount of money where people can maybe invest in property, invest in their business, start something that could be passed down to the next generation, and we start breaking this generational curses and get some wealth involved. But we shall see.
Boom. Facts. Is there anything you're watching on TV lately?
I'm catching up on Invincible.
Okay. What's Invincible about?
Invincible is it's animation. It's about this kid who has a superpower, pops is from a different planet, and just how that works with living on Earth and still having allegiance in another planet. So it's interesting. I don't want to mess it up for nobody still, trying to get involved with it, but it's really cool. I
definitely need to watch that. I wasn't able to find a way to watch it when I was overseas.
Yes.
So
yeah, it's on Amazon Prime, by the way.
Perfect. I'll watch that. If not tonight, tomorrow. I'll start watching it anyway.
And I've been watching my Knicks lose in the playoffs, but we won't touch on that.
The Knicks have been losing? I thought they were doing well.
Yeah, they're down 3-1.
Yikes. Okay, so they won the last game.
They won 1 and lost 3. So
got it. So
one more loss and we're on our way home.
What have I been watching? Mayor of Easttown, who I think I talked about that last time. Did I? No, I don't think I talked about it last time. But I started watching the show Mayor of Easttown.
No, you didn't speak on that.
Shout outs to my South African plug that put me on. Yeah, it's real though. It's basically about this woman. She is a cop. She experiences loss. Her eldest son commits suicide. I'm not going to ruin the whole thing, but basically she's a cop that is dealing with her own struggles and mental health issues and her relationships in the community, et cetera, et cetera. There's active cases that are happening as the series starts, and over the course of the season you start to see how everything is interconnected and how, because the community is so small, like the people you least expect are the people that are actually involved with things. Things like that. People get sick, people die, people are addicted to drugs, people have mental health issues. It's very, very, very dark, but there are some elements of comedy in there. But it's a dark drama.
Okay.
But I definitely recommend, if anybody is interested in shows like The Wire or police procedurals that get heavily invested in emotional stuff, Mayor of Easttown is definitely something to watch. I forgot what network it's on because I obviously wasn't in the States when I watched it. I want to say HBO. It's HBO. Boom. Cool. So that's one. I also started watching this documentary called High on the Hog on Netflix, and that is really dope. It basically examines the relationship between African American cuisine and Africa, like it's how it made its journey from the continent through slavery, etc., to South Carolina and Louisiana and other, like how slavery basically allowed the culture that left the continent to survive and expand. I learned that there were black people that were masters of oyster shucking in New York during the time of slavery. I learned that West Africans basically brought rice has always been a staple for people in West Africa, but basically when the transatlantic slave trade was happening, they brought that expertise to the States and actually had one of the most successful rice hegemonies in the world. Like so much so that the African grain of rice was actually in demand by Asian countries during slavery. We would have never learned that. We never learned it in the book, but it's in this documentary. So basically, this new documentary series is inspired by Jessica B. Harris's book. It's a history lesson, gorgeously filmed, and an eye-opening exploration of the way African-American cooking has beautifully shaped the culinary landscape. If you love food, this is essential viewing. It starts in Africa, opening the scenes with a joyous celebration of music and movement and community in the West African nation of Benin. Stephen Satterfield, sommelier turned food writer, introduces viewers to a place that was once the hub for the slave trade. It's his ancestral home, and walking the crowded streets, his voiceover commentary confides that he feels a strong connection. He says, "It's like coming home to a place I've never been." He's fortunate to have Dr. Harris, the woman wrote a book that inspired the series. So he has the doctor participate by basically walking around Benin with him during the trip. He calls her Dr. J. She acts as a translator because obviously they speak French in Benin. She's a tastemaker, strong shoulder to lean on. Dr. Harris, the writer who inspired the series, began her career as a travel writer for Essence magazine. She knows so much about the history of foods in Africa and how they've made their journey to the New World. So I really learned so much. Each episode is about an hour long. They eat a lot of food. They are calling things exactly what we call them back home. Gotcha. So that's good. Because the foods are Yoruba and Fon and other things. They're talking about, egusi and ewedu and ata this, and you're like, oh, I know what that means. Ata rado. Well, being in Nigeria, we don't really address our cousins that live in Benin. We don't really address anybody outside of Nigeria.
Shame, because it's just a language barrier. That's all it is.
That's it. We speak the same core language, but the colonizers were different.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We know more about the Ghanaian culture than we do about the Benin culture. Yeah, the average Nigerian anyway.
Yeah. Hide the Hog is definitely required viewing for anyone that's ever been curious about the relationship between red rice in the South and gumbo and jambalaya and those sorts of things. It's awesome. Excuse me. I loved it. Yeah. Oh, I also learned that an African dude invented mac and cheese as we know it. He basically made a special. He went to culinary. I don't remember the dude's name. Oh, actually, that's not true. I do remember the dude's name. So you remember how Sally Hemings was Thomas Jefferson's concubine, and he had 6 kids with her. Yes. And then tried to deny it. Sally Hemings' brother was Thomas Jefferson's chef. Yeah. So basically, Thomas Jefferson, when he was an ambassador to France, he brought. I want to say his name was John. He brought the Hemings to France so he could train that person to be a world-class chef. Right. Basically, free labor, right? So I'm going to train you in France. I'm going to spend my bread to train you, and then I'm going to bring you back to America so you can cook for me for the rest of my life. Mm-hmm. So he did that. That dude ends up inventing mac and cheese as we know it. So much so that everybody in Monticello, where Thomas Jefferson lived, the plantation that his family basically lived on and employed hundreds of slaves.
Employed.
Yeah. Sorry. Employed. No, they were slaves. They weren't employed.
Because they not used, but people say that a lot, and I'm always like,
no, there was no employment. These niggas were slaves. Right. they would throw parties on the plantation, and like he was famous for having like the best food. Same thing with George Washington. I mean, they had slaves. George Washington, I believe, had a slave named Hercules, who actually, when George Washington died or whatever it was, he like moved to New York and like continued his life as a chef and ended up dying in New York from tuberculosis.
Oh wow,
very sad. Yeah, man, unsung heroes of the old world when it came to.
It's just so crazy because it's like some stories you're like, oh, nobody talks about it, and then there are other stories where it was hidden, like they don't want you to know about it. So that's very interesting. I'm a big food person.
Yeah,
so I'll check that out.
Yeah, it was awesome. I really enjoyed it.
High on the Hog on Netflix. High on the Hog.
Gotcha. So we got Invincible from Amazon Prime, the New York Knicks winning and losing, Mayor of Easttown on HBO. What else? Oh, Sam J, the comedian. I love her. She is hilarious.
I'm not sure.
She is. She's a queer comedian.
Okay.
And she has a new show on HBO called Pause. There's a lot of people involved. It's like Zach Fox. I
haven't ran into that yet.
It's Knowledge making the music. There's a bunch of people that are involved with Sam J's series. So shout out to Sam J.
Check that out. I've been all basketball for the last 3 weeks, so I haven't really seen much. But once this ends out, I'll definitely check that out. And I also want to watch a Black Lady sketch show.
What's her face? Robin Thede.
Yeah, there's a new season out, I think. So I gotta try to catch up on that. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of good stuff out there, especially on HBO. I feel like and then there's a comedian who has a show that everyone's comparing to Dave Chappelle.
Who?
Fudge. Damn, it's a young.
Oh, Z-Way.
No,
it's not Z-Way.
No. Damn, HBO. Damn, it's a young black guy.
A young black guy?
Yeah.
Young black guy. Young black guy.
That's a good word to describe.
Yo, what's up? It's your man, young black guy. You know what I'm saying? We out here.
God, it's a young black guy.
You know what I'm saying? My name young black guy. I've been out, I've been in the streets for a minute, you know what I'm saying? Like, doing my thing, you know what I'm saying? Niggas be comparing me to Dave Chappelle and all that.
Right.
Young black guy, YBG, you know what I'm saying?
I'm just young black guy.
YBG gang, you know what I'm saying?
Don't get it twisted.
Don't ever get twisted. Don't get fucked up. You know what I'm saying? We out here.
We're gonna put that in the.
We're gonna put that on ice.
We're gonna put that in the description.
New black comedian. Let me see if it works.
Damn, what's young black comedians out here?
Is it a stand-up?
No, it's a sketch show.
It's not the Upshaws on Netflix?
No, this is on HBO Max.
Oh, HBO Max. HBO Max black.
This is bothering my soul because I actually enjoyed his stand-up.
Michael Che?
Is it Michael Che?
Oh yeah, Michael Che did have a new stand-up.
Is it Michael Che?
Yeah, it's probably Michael Che.
Damn, I feel like it's not.
Because that came out it's a few weeks ago.
Yeah, no, but it's someone else's.
That damn Michael Che.
Damn, I can't remember his name. Young black skinny dude, dark skin.
Would you know his face?
Yeah, if I see his face, I know his face. This is bothersome. I hate this. No, not him.
Dang.
Damn it. Damn it.
What the damn? You sure it's HBO?
Yeah. I was told it's HBO Max. That's a log into the app.
Log into the app, yo.
I'll figure it out now. But yeah, I've heard great things about it. And people whose 2 cents I trust have compared it to Chappelle.
Wow.
You're watching The Nevers, you said, right?
Huh?
You've seen The Nevers?
No.
Someone told me about that as well. But damn, where is this? Hate it here.
You found it?
Nope. Yeah, we're just gonna put it in the description. I'm gonna text it to you.
Boom, perfect. So did that.
All right. So I guess we could run into songs.
Song of the week.
Songs.
So my song of the week is from two Nigerians that have revolutionized the way that you consume African pop music.
Oh.
On one hand, the producer SARS is he's been involved in waves from we talk about the time of the Grin. Mommy me osinle, daddy me. Man, SARS has been in the game for long enough where he can claim a few waves. He can claim being involved and pushing a few waves. He's definitely a veteran. So SARS is working closely with this newer artist from Nigeria named Loj, and Loj is extremely talented vocalist and very talented R&B artist.
Okay.
They have a new record out called Tonongo. It's basically a song about it's an experience in the strip club turned into a song.
Wow.
Yeah.
On a Sunday.
On a Sunday. So he, asking him, he said, Tonongo is about expressing the depth of emotion that lies beyond the surface. The single was inspired by the atmosphere of a strip club, moody and dark. A fitting ode to the dancer the song was written about. I enjoyed the duality of the song. It ended up making itself, and that's the beauty of it. The beauty of music. So, yeah, that's my song of the week. My song of the week is Tonongo by Loj and SARS.
Champagne stripper, real gold digger. She need moolah, big back biller. Waist on wicked, life's grown thicker. Oh my God. One night lover, blood and fire. Turn my balance to small boy dollar. Pump cover my up blank tata. Oh Jesus, Jesus. You win the ass chick Ballon d'Or. Put all your soul into it. You make the thing go tonongo. Tonongo, tonongo, tonongo. Body like bar and oropo. The way you ride this fluid. You make the thing go tonongo. Tonongo, tonongo, tonongo. She demand your love, oh no. Kitty like a flamingo. Comment tu t'appelles? Do you live in Jalingo? Canique, I don't want to let you go. Tell you to finito. If you be my layer, will I be your hand solo? Met at the club and hesitated to judge. Wine to the base, to the bottle of scotch. Scramble my head and she do it on soft, oh girlie, oh. Yeah, you make it easy to fall in love. Cause you got the qualities I need unlock. Social sinner to fashion killer. Oh, Jesus, Jesus. You win the ass chick Ballon d'Or. Put all your soul into it. You make the thing go tonongo. Tonongo, tonongo, tonongo. Body like bar and oropo. The way you ride this fluid. You make the thing go tonongo. Tonongo, tonongo, tonongo. Tonongo, 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 tonongo. Tonongo, 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 tonongo.
That was fire. That was a fire song.
Thank you. Shout out to everybody involved.
That's your strip club song on a Sunday.
We have to
be
make sure.
Ashamed.
I'm
gonna
looking
go
forward.
Inspirational with my own. It's an old song, but it's inspirational.
Your own is inspirational.
It's inspirational.
Looking forward to it. What's it about?
It's from a West African artist featuring an artist from the West Coast.
And it's inspirational?
Inspirational. It is called Champion by Fireboy featuring Andy Smoke. West Coast and West Africa.
Let's go.
You know that song. It's an older song. Some of y'all know it. If you don't already, I really enjoyed it. So here's Champion.
I be king, I'm the best my generation ever seen. I came suddenly, I be like Nepa Bill. I never since, I never miss. I be smashing, I be killing everything. From Ikeja to Ojuelegba Bridge, to the many places that I've never been. Remember this, I'm a king, I'm a legend in the making, I'm a champion. Remember this, I'm a king, I'm a legend in the making, I'm a champion. Remember this, I'm a king, I'm a legend in the making, I'm a
super good, hey. I be finding silver lining where the mother said I need patience in due time, and I be reclining by design. I've been grinding for my needs. Bought a whip to give my nephew, put them diamonds on my knees, shining so dope that I purchased 88 keys for mama to play a song and call my ADHD. With this baby face, fine, yeah, them rarely hate me. Get them belly aches, love them waist deep. Every occasion, I put money in safe keep. Very impatient, be on time when you pay me. Very evasive when they hating what they see. Made me a nation, then they crown me as their king. Bell rings and then my hands are raised. MGM Grand Mandalay. Envy him now while my victory has just begun. When you see me, just know you looking at a motherfucking champion.
I'm a motherfucking champion. Remember this, I'm a king, I'm a legend in the making, I'm a champion. Oh, champion. Remember this, I'm a king, I'm a legend in the making. I'm the average boy from the average streets, with an empty pocket and a bag of dreams. Many things where your eyes don't see, many tears where your eyes don't bleed. Through the rise and falls, I made it to the top. You don't get anything when you want to. Oh, I'm a champion. I'm a king. I'm a legend, I'm a champion. Oh, I'm a motherfucking champion. Remember this, I'm a legend and I can't.
Yep, and that was Champion by Fireboy, DML. This came out last year, actually, during the Panini that we were in. But it's a really good song. It's inspirational. I think we don't get a lot of inspirational pop songs, I guess, from the continent.
Yeah, indeed.
So that was cool.
That was impressive.
Yeah,
I'm proud of you.
D-Smoke, I know some people say he sounds like Kendrick. But he's definitely doing his thing, and he's a dope ass rapper on his own way.
He's also like a really he's been invested in Nigeria for a minute.
Oh, for real? I did not know that.
I mean, he was in Nigeria.
I did not know it was for like he's been on it. Like
oh yeah, he was on the continent.
Gotcha.
I don't remember who brought him there, but I remember. I mean, it was probably around the time that they were trying to record that record. Dope. What else? What else haven't we covered that we need to? I feel like we covered a lot.
I think that was it. That was everything we wanted to cover.
We covered a lot of stuff. And we did it under 2 hours, which is impressive.
Very impressive. We're getting better.
We're getting better.
Who would have thunk? Saved you guys a lot of time. So yeah, we'll let you enjoy the rest of your, I don't know when this is dropping, but
tomorrow.
The rest of your Memorial Day
week. Yeah, most people are not
be
gonna.
Be safe. The weather is sucky here on the East Coast.
It's disgusting.
Yeah,
I'm looking at flights right now.
Oh, say less.
Oh, where are we going tomorrow?
Tomorrow.
LA?
Tonight.
LA.
Oh, tomorrow. You know what's crazy? No, let me stay in New York.
On record, we are going to stay in New York. Do not check our Instagrams.
We're in New York City. Even if you do it, the location is going to say New York City.
That's my favorite thing to do.
It's the best thing ever.
You know, like you can be anywhere. I'm in Brooklyn.
That looks like that's the Bronx.
I know you see a sign that says Lekki, but don't worry, it's actually Lincoln Park.
Yep,
Lincoln. It's Lincoln Park.
Phase 2. Oh my gosh. Anyway, my people, it was a pleasure. Thank you all for listening. More episodes to come. We're both in town for a little bit.
Yeah, we're gonna be here for
we're gonna record and post it.
Thank y'all for supporting always. This is Wahala the podcast. It's your boy Tunde.
Stay safe. What else is that? Go outside, but stay out the way because it's crazy out here. And of course, it's your boy BAWO.
Hey, thank you. That's what we're here for. You know what I'm saying? Enjoy your week. Be safe. Don't get anybody pregnant. Don't do drug that you don't understand.
Get them pregnant, bro.
Yo, there's a nasty.
Shoot up the club.
Get
them pregnant, my brother.
Why are you like this?
You're not getting any younger, sir.
Why are you like this?
Get them pregnant.
No pregnants.
Start your nation.
Look at you trying to create AfroNation rival.
Wow. I'm out. Peace. I didn't say that. You know who said that. Peace, love, and all that.